Hi everyone and welcome to another video. Today I have with me the Lenovo P360 Ultra. Now this beast is really something. It's a piece of technology and I really was interested to check this device. So I'm going to open it up with you and even going to show you some internals because it's really easy to open this device up, and that's the main reason why I got it. So let's open it up. Let's see what's inside. So as we can see, we have a wireless mouse and probably a wireless keyboard, which is quite nice seeing this kind of a thing coming out of Lenovo, because in the last few years, and I think up until now, we always saw like these PCs coming with a wired keyboard and mouse, but this time wireless, so it's really cool. What else? Probably the charger. Let's take it out. Probably 170, maybe even bigger. Well, another mouse. Okay. Cable. Wi-Fi antenna. Things to read about the device, which we probably already know. And the charger. Let's see what size it is. As you can see, 170, and if you would like to read, those are all the numbers and everything that we might want to read about the charger, which is kind of usual, but I thought for this kind of CPU, which is the i7, the normal one, and I think 16 gigs of RAM and the Quadro T1000, we would get bigger one, but never mind. And here it is. Just a second. Here is the guy. Beautiful. And here it is with all its glory. So on the front we have a power button. I'll try to make it a little bit lighter for you. Hard drive or SSD indicator, aux, USB Gen 3.2, two Thunderbolt Type-C adapters, but I think those are not Type-Cs because I've tried to use with the previous generation with the screen on it, but it doesn't work. So I think those might be just the USBs, but we'll check in this video. On the back, which is probably where everything is, all the ports that the person might need. Let me make it again lighter. So over here, let's start from the top. We have Ethernet, which is 2.5 gigahertz, gigabit speeds, 1 gigabit. Here is the graphics card, which is on this one is the T1000. Wi-Fi, where is the antenna should go. And over here we have 1, 2, 3 display ports, 1, 2, 3, 4 USBs, probably again USB 3.2, the speediest, the fastest USBs possible, and a charging output. Over here we have just normal USB-Cs as an onboard adapter. You know, when I first saw this PC, I wondered what this thing is for. So let me show you, okay? Now, that's the main thing, the main reason why this PC got to me. is how easy and how accessible this device is. So all you have to do is push a button and then you'll have like a latch open. Just pull it and you can have access to everything. The motherboard, here lies the SSD, over here we have the RAM, and actually you can just, turn it up and you can see everything on the device. So it's really easy, really, I'm calling it a mini server because really it is a mini server. Just slides in, locks in place, and there you have it. This is a really good idea, nice idea. Thank you Lenovo for creating such a thing. Now it has on the bottom fits, and it has on this side fits. So you can put it on both angles. If you want to put it, you can do it like that, or if you want, you can do it like that. And over here, if you saw this little PC on the side, we have the just a second, the P360 Tiny. So look how small it is against this device. Just a second, let me turn it around because this is probably why it looks like that. Okay, and there you have it. Look how small it is next to the big one. It's really wonderful to see this kind of a thing. Weight wise, I think this would maybe weigh 2 kilograms, which is not a lot. I mean, it's about weights is the size of maybe 15.6 inch laptop, no more than that. I mean, it feels lighter than it should be, but it's still strong, feeling good, and really, really, really small. So, unlike previous years, there is actually Type-C Thunderbolt on the front. That's how it got the image. Look at the back. I've got just the power connector connected, nothing else. Wonderful, good idea. Finally, we have Thunderbolt on the front. So after the PC have loaded, let's talk about what it has to offer. So actually, this PC has an i7-12700. So it means this is actually a normal CPU size PC. So it's awesome. If you want to change it to i9, you can change it easily to i5, whatever. You can change the CPU. And I'm pretty sure that even the 13th generation CPUs can be inserted in here. So yeah, we are lucky. Base speed is at 2.10 gigahertz. So actually it means that the Tiny is slower by 40%, but we'll see in the benchmarks. It has 12 cores and 20 logical processors. It's awesome. A lot of cache. And let's go to the memory. So about the RAM, actually, I'm kind of disappointed. The speed is only at 4000, which makes it quite slow for DDR5 because the default one is at 4800. But yeah, this has only one slot, and actually I think it has just 2 slots, but I need to check it. The SSD is half a tera from Samsung, and the name is MZVL25HCJQ-00BL7. Quite the name. We'll benchmark it as well. And about the GPUs, the onboard from part of the CPU is UHD Graphics 770, and the NVIDIA, which I've mistaken in the first part of the video, is NVIDIA T400 4GB. I'm not sure we'll have a benchmark, but we'll see. So in the previous video with the P360 Tiny, it came with speakers, but this one does not come with speakers. This is shameful, but yeah, let's go to the real benchmarks. Let's benchmark the SSD and see what it does. So the numbers are quite good, but I think those numbers are pretty similar to the Tiny. So we have read speeds at 6800 and write at 5100, which is quite on the higher side, but yeah, those numbers are good. Good SSD. So now for the CPU benchmark, I'm going to run it with a 64-bit, and I'll be back once we get the numbers. So we are back with the numbers, and I'm quite disappointed because with the Tiny, those were very similar numbers. So on the single core, almost 1800. Multi-core is 10,000 and a half, 683. I think this PC could show better numbers, but that's probably going to change with system updates and stuff like that. Anyways, let me show you the rest of the numbers so you can enjoy that. And you have all the information that you need. So right now I'm going to do the GPU benchmark, and first I'm going to do the CUDA with the NVIDIA T400. I'll be back once the benchmark is done. And we're back with 17,534. So those numbers are better than the previous P360 Tiny, which is quite interesting seeing that those are very similar graphics power. Anyways, let me show you the rest of the numbers and we'll be back with the next benchmark. So now for the next benchmark, OpenCL, again for the T400. So we'll be back with the numbers in a second. So again, here are the numbers, 17,264. Let me show you the rest of the numbers and we'll go to the next benchmark. And now for the OpenCL GPU benchmark, and that's for the UHD Graphics 770. Let it run and I'll be back once it's done. And we're back. So the UHD again gave us almost half, I think it's half of the score. Anyways, we got here 8,607, which is okay. Let me show you the rest of the numbers and we'll go to the next benchmark. And now for the Vulkan GPU test with the NVIDIA T400. It's going to run and I'll be back once it finishes. And we're back with 15,564. Again, quite a nice numbers, and it shows that the graphics card is good. And for the last GPU benchmark, I'm going to use the API Vulkan for the Intel UHD Graphics 770. I'm going to run it, and once it's done, I'll be back. And we're back. So again, quite nice score for an onboard GPU, 8,209. Let me show you the rest of the numbers. So I was wrong. This PC does come with speakers. It's just that, I don't know, probably part of the Windows update, something just messed up. And now it found a driver. So I'm going to give you a test, sound test, Hipchase from Bensound.com by Benjamin Tissot. Let's hear it out and see what it was. So, as you probably heard, the speakers with this version are worse than the tiniest. So for some reason, I don't know why Lenovo chose to take speakers and make them worse with a better version of their own PC. But anyways, those were the speakers, and yeah, that's how it sounds. Yep, it can get quite noisy, but it's okay because it means that you can work really hard. So, to the final words, what do I have to say about the P360 Ultra? So basically, I think I'll start with the minuses. First of all, the weight and size are quite cool, but I think it could be better. About the numbers, about the benchmarks. The benchmarks showed with this PC were like, The tiny showed us much better numbers, and that's kind of humiliating about with this PC. So, sorry, maybe more updates, maybe better RAM, maybe another CPU could do better for this PC. About the good things. So, first of all, it can stand. It doesn't need an adapter to stand. And it can both stand and be horizontally. It has many more ports. It has, as we showed before, 2 Thunderbolts in the front, which they are working, as you can see. I don't have DisplayPort connected or a HDMI connected on the back, so my image coming from the front, which is quite interesting. It's easy to take apart with the lever on the back. If we take it apart, over here with this one. And because it's bigger, there are many other options to buy it with. For example, you can buy, another LAN adapter, another USBs, expansion cards, stuff like that. So, would you rather buy the Ultra or the Tiny? I think for me, maybe the Tiny, because maybe it is easier to take apart, but except for that, the Tiny shows better numbers, better things. So yeah, anyways, that was the Tiny, well, sorry, not the Tiny, the P360 Ultra, and thank you. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, do let me know. I'd love to answer them, and thank you.